Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Boom, and we're live. What's happening, people? Good morning, Europe, and welcome everyone to our live stream. My name is Andrew, and for the last 10 years, I've worked in many retail and institutional Forex brokerages in Europe. Follow me in this amazing journey and find out the hidden corners of Forex trading. Learn what most Forex brokers don't want you to know and get rewarded for it. I have an iPad where like, share, subscribe, follow us on your favorite media channel, and support us in delivering more great content. This show is proudly sponsored by our partners at Forexy and Markets.com. European markets opening coming up. Good morning, people. Welcome to the European trading session. Here's what's happening in the markets today, 17th of November, 2020. Tesla to join the S&P 500 next month in its biggest ever listing on the S&P 500. SpaceX Dragon shuttle has successfully docked at the International Space Station, and it's first time in the history when this journey is made with a private space shuttle. Well done, SpaceX. Well done, Elon Musk. In other news, more pressure on the US dollar, guys, as the US struggles to contain the COVID-19 virus and more states announce lockdown measures. Moderna's experimental vaccine is 94.5% effective against COVID-19, the company stated yesterday, becoming the second US drug maker to report excellent progress with the new anti-COVID vaccine. Pfizer has also launched a pilot delivery program in 4 US states in trying to get the vaccine to the population as soon as possible. Crude oil futures gained overnight on hopes that OPEC Plus will extend the oil production cuts to help supporting crude oil prices. And the champion, guys, Bitcoin is only $250 short of the pre-all-time highs at $17,000, guys. Will Bitcoin hit the 17,000 mark today? Join us and let's see together. I'm going to start with a couple of interesting articles, guys. European stock markets are seen opening lower today, handing back some of Monday's sharp gains after optimism over the latest positive COVID-19 vaccine news wanes. At 2:05 a.m. Eastern Time, the DAX futures contract in Germany traded 0.4% lower. CAC 40 futures in France dropped 0.3%, and the FTSE 100 futures contract in the UK fell 0.4%. Investor sentiment was given a boost Monday when Moderna said its experimental COVID-19 vaccine was 94.5% effective in preventing infection, adding to Pfizer's promising trial data last week. The result is in strong equity market gains, with the FTSE 100 and the CAC 40 both closing 1.7% higher and the DAX gaining 0.5%. However, investors have started to reassess the situation amid worries over vaccine production and delivery, and given the ever-increasing number of COVID cases globally, particularly in the US. The World Health Organization welcomed the vaccine news, but said that many questions remained and there was no time for complacency, particularly as only very limited amounts of any vaccine will be available in the first half of 2021 for people other than priority health workers. A number of European countries appear to have had some success in controlling the rate of growth of new cases, largely by shutting down parts of their economies down again. But the situation in the US, the world's largest economy, looks much more grim. The United States recorded more than 1 million new COVID-19 cases last week, with new infections rising in every state except for Hawaii, according to Reuters data, while this increased 12% in the week ended November 15th. This is the news, guys. This is the news. So European stock markets are seeing opening lower today. We are a few minutes into the European trading session. Let's move on with another important news on the COVID-19 vaccine, guys. 2 more strict lockdown measures as the cases are still rising. Let's see what's going to happen next. Now, let's move on. Pfizer has launched a pilot delivery program for its experimental COVID-19 vaccine in 4 U.S. states as the U.S. drug maker seeks to address distribution challenges facing its ultra-cold storage requirements. Pfizer's vaccine, which was shown to be more than 90% effective in preventing COVID-19 based on initial data, must be shipped and stored at negative 70 degrees Celsius, minus 94 Fahrenheit, significantly below the standard for vaccines of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. Right, now, the Pfizer trial, it picked Rhode Island, Texas, New Mexico, and Tennessee for the program after taking into account their differences in overall size, diversity of populations, immunization infrastructure, and need to reach individuals in varied urban and rural settings. The 4 states will not receive vaccine doses earlier than other states by virtue of the pilot, nor will they receive any differential consideration, Pfizer said. Right, so it's good, guys. It's happening. Hopefully, we will have a vaccine reaching the population anytime soon now, either from Pfizer or Moderna. Now, quick look at oil prices article, guys, and then we're going to move on to the charts and the signals of the day. And if you behave, guys, I have 4 boxes waiting for its winner today. We're going to have Show Me the Money starting in less than 15 minutes. So, the news with oil prices edged higher today on expectations. OPEC and its allies will extend oil production cuts for at least 3 months, while sentiment was bolstered by news of another promising COVID vaccine. Brent crude futures for January rose 16 cents or 0.4% to $43.98 a barrel. And the US WTI crude for December added 13 cents or 0.3%, trading at $41.47 a barrel. Equity markets rose on hopes of a quicker economic recovery after Moderna said its experimental COVID-19 vaccine was 94.5% effective in preventing infection based on interim late-stage data. This comes after Pfizer reported last week that his vaccine was more than 90% effective. Right. This is what is happening, guys. A few interesting articles this morning to help us open the day, open the European trading session. And we're going to come back in 30 seconds with the charts of the day and some very, very interesting trading signals. Stay tuned. We're coming back in 30 seconds.
Keep your finger on the market pulse with the News Alerts tool. Stay up to date on the latest sentiment across all the major asset classes. Uncover bullish or bearish signals tied to specific assets that could be developing before major price moves, and track how news sentiment correlated with price in the past. Track the news volume on an asset, its fear index, and get a better feel for its underlying strength. All with News Alerts, your central hub for market information. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
And we're back, guys. As promised, with the charts of the day, we're gonna start the analysis with crude oil. As usual, crude oil is currently trading at $41.39. It moved slightly higher on the Asian trading session. We can see the last candlesticks formations. As things stand right now, crude oil is well supported by the 50 moving average. RSI stochastic traded a bit lower, but as things stand right now, they seem to be turning around. Give it a bit of positivity for crude oil futures. If that's the case, then probably short-term traders will set their take profits higher at the $42 level, somewhere there to the upside. If crude oil futures decide to go down again and test the 200 moving average, then short-term traders will probably set their first take profits at $40.36, somewhere in that region for the downside. There is great potential. I was checking out some trading signals earlier on. There is great potential to the upside for crude oil futures, guys. So keep an eye on the 42 level as the first take profit target. And if we're gonna see a rally today, if it's gonna break the 42 mark, then probably the second take profit will be somewhere around the 42.91 level or somewhere in that region. We're moving on to Euro USD, guys, the most liquid currency pair in the world, the most traded currency pair in the world. Currently trading at 118.58. With potential to the upside. We see RSI stochastic turning around as things stand right now and pushing towards the upside. If the euro will open on a positive note today, guys, and will decide to move higher today, probably traders will set their take profits at 119 flat, as that's the previous high for the upward movement. Another option might be the 200 MA towards the downside at 118.15, but it's less likely, let's say. Let's see how the markets will react, and most importantly, let's see the signals of the day, guys, in a couple of minutes. We're moving on to the cable, guys. The pound versus the US dollar, currently trading at 132.05. Very similar performance to the euros. We can see the price well supported by the 50 moving average, creating higher lows. Hopefully, it's going to create a higher high today. And if that's the case, traders will probably set their take profits around the 132.50 as the first take profit level, somewhere there in that region. Trying to be very cautious. We're moving on. USD JPY pair, guys, is currently trading below the 200 and the 50 MA at 104.41. There is potential to the downside on the US dollar, guys, with the RSI stochastic trading at their lows and still pointing downwards. Let's not forget we have another hurricane, Hurricane Iota, that is currently moving along the US. And we have a lot of COVID cases, guys. A lot of COVID cases pushing heavily on the U.S. economy. So there might be a bit of potential to the downside for the U.S. dollar today versus its other peers. Now, if the U.S. dollar decides to move lower, guys, probably traders will aim for the 104.10 level to the downside as the first take profit level. And if that level will be broken, then probably they will move their take profits a bit lower at 103.60, 63, somewhere around there. The Aussie dollar, guys, we had quite a few announcements in the economic calendar this morning on the Aussie dollar. We can see the amazing performance that the Aussie dollar had in the last couple of trading sessions, yesterday on the European trading session, as well as overnight on the US trading session. During the Asian trading session, the Aussie dollar moved sideways, still well supported by the 50 moving average. There might be a bit of potential to the upside for the Aussie dollar today, guys. If that's the case, probably traders will aim to get 30-40 pips out of it. So from the 0.7310, which is the current market price, probably they're going to aim for the 0.7345 or 0.7350 to the upside. RSI stochastic, they turned around a bit. We can see the RSI turning around from the 50% mark, which usually indicates great buying power on the market, great potential to the upside for the Aussie dollar this morning. Stochastic at the bottom turned around from the oversold levels as well, which again supports the RSI in the upward movement. At least that's how things look from the technical aspect as things stand right now. We're going to move on to the signals of the day in a minute, guys, and hopefully we can give you a clear indication. Meanwhile, we're moving on to USD CAD. Again, trading below the 50 and the 200 MA to the downside, currently trading at 130.77. RSI stochastic trading at their lows, turning around, pointing downwards. We might see the US dollar dropping today, guys. And if that's the case, probably traders will set their take profits lower, somewhere around the 130.28 level as the first level. And if that's going to continue, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, guys, manage the recovery of 100%, over 100% from the most recent drop, creating higher highs, well supported by the 50 and the 200 MA, with the RSI and the stochastic way in the overbought levels. New highs on this vaccine hype was created on world stocks in the last 48 hours. The Dow Jones also closed at its highs yesterday. Let's see how it will open today, guys. Let's see what the opening will look like. Will we see higher highs? Right, we're moving on to the US dollar index, which again, like the USD JPY and the USD CAD, fell below the 200 moving average and the 50 MA, currently trading at 92.48, pushing to the downside. RSI, stochastic, they both turned around, indicating a lot of selling power as things stand right now. Now, if the US dollar index will continue the downside today, we're going to see traders setting up their first take profit levels at 92.16 or somewhere in that region, looking to catch at least 30 pips on the downside from the US dollar. And remember, guys, if the US dollar goes down, that can only mean one thing. Gold futures will set to trade higher. We can see gold futures trading just $4, $5 short of the psychological level of $1,900. Gold is currently trading at 1885.50. It's trading just below the 200 MA, well supported by the 50 MA. We might see a gold cross being formed there. You can see the candlestick formations, guys, for the last 3-4 trading sessions are waiting for a catalyst. They're waiting for some fuel to give them a boost to the upside. I'm waiting, and I'm sure you're waiting for that moment when gold will recover that over $60 drop, which it had last week. So far, so good. We can see gold futures creating higher lows. Slightly capped. The gains are slightly capped by the 200 MA, but there is potential to the upside, guys. Look at the RSI not being able to come down to the oversold levels. Look at the stochastic turning around from the bottom of the chart and indicating a strong buy position. Remember that slingshot effect that I keep telling you about? Well, hopefully with a bit of luck, we're going to see it later on today when gold should push a bit higher. Right now, Brent oil futures, guys, or the European oil, currently trading at $43.98, only 2 cents short of the $44 mark. Well supported by the 50 and the 200 MA. We see the indicators not being able to go down in the oversold levels, which again indicates we might see a bit of buying power. If that's the case, looking towards the left at the most recent high, traders will probably set their take profits around the $45 mark, 45.15, somewhere there in that region. We might see potential for the first take profit level. Now, Tesla, guys, very important what's happening with Tesla. Check out the US markets open this afternoon. We're going to ring the bell together and check out the gap that the markets will have at the US opening in regards to Tesla. It's currently trading at $408.09. I'm tempted to make a bet that at the market opening today, Tesla will open somewhere higher, just below the 200 MA, somewhere around the 418 level, somewhere in that region. We're going to see it listed in the S&P 500 index next month, guys. One of the biggest listings in the history. So keep an eye on Tesla shares, guys. Very good to have a look at the US Open. If you know what you're doing, if the charts and the news make sense to you, then you know what you have to do. And now the absolute champion, guys, the Bitcoin is currently trading $300, not even $300 short of pre-all-times high, guys. It's currently trading at $16,710.07. Well supported in its uptrend by the 50 and the 200 MA. RSI, stochastic, as things stand right now, are pointing upwards. We might see a bit of a correction. Look at the past performance, guys. We saw a bit of a correction there after a very good rally. Then we saw another bit of correction there again after a good rally. Right, then another one. here, where the price seems to be wanting to test the 200 moving average. It didn't reach the 200 MA so far. So now, what might happen next? We might see a bit of a pullback as things stand right now to test at least the 50 MA at 16,300 and something, 390, 16,400. And from there, we might see it pushing higher. We're going to see if this movement continues. I'm sure by the end of the week, guys, we're going to see the 17,000 level reached if the upward movement continues. Looking at Ethereum, which again is trading higher, currently trading at $465.17. Very similar performance to Bitcoin's in an uptrend for quite some time. It pulled back a few times, testing the 50 moving average. Yeah, you can see the test there. You can see the test there, and you can see the test of the 200 MA there. But what's important to notice, guys, 3 times, 4 times, it did not manage to go below the 200 moving average. And that usually means tremendous buying power on the market, tremendous uptrend. The question remains, are we going to see this level broken? Because in order for an uptrend to continue as an uptrend, we need the asset to create higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, we see it creating a couple of higher highs. We see it creating a lower low. And if you look at the top, guys, we can get mixed signals from there. Okay, it did not manage to break that level, creating higher highs, indicating strong buying power on the market. As things stand right now, if you draw your support resistance levels horizontally, you're going to see the asset trading sideways. Where is it going to take it from here? Well, most probably Bitcoin will be the one that's going to give us the direction of the market. Right, guys. Oh my God, I do speak a lot, but there's an awful lot of information on the markets, and I only have half an hour to provide you all the information that you need. Now, let's have a quick look at the economic calendar, guys. And if you behave, in a couple of minutes, we're going to start the Show Me the Money, the show that rewards you for learning. Right, Forex technical analysis. In 24 minutes into the European opening, we're looking at Euro US dollar, guys, on a strong buy position on all 4 time frames. A bit of positivity this morning at the European opening. The cable still has not settled. We see a strong buy on a daily chart for the pound, but this is it. No other sign. Somewhere in between, we see a very weak sell position, but again, nothing really serious has happened. Let's move on to another currency pair. Maybe we get a clear indication. USD JPY and USD CHF, guys. Strong sell on all 4 time frames as things stand right now. So the US dollar is set to weaken on the pressure that we have in the States versus the European currencies, at least as things stand right now. AUD USD, sell and strong sell, and another sell on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and hourly. The daily still remains a strong buy. Probably the Aussie dollar is retracting a bit after a good rally. The euro versus the pound, strong buy on 3 time frames. Will that last once the markets settle in a few minutes? Let's see. More signals. Euro CHF, strong buy positions on all 4 time frames. That's an interesting currency pair to look at, guys. Very interesting currency pair to look at. Euro CHF. And the pound versus the Japanese yen is set in a strong sell on 3 time frames, and the daily still remains a strong buy. Now, quick look at commodities, guys. Let's see. Maybe we get a clear indication from commodities this morning. Nope, and nope, as things stand right now. We're going to have a look at the economic calendar and see what is dragging these trading signals. Gold and silver. Sell positions on hourly and daily, but nothing serious. Silver seems to be a bit more serious than gold towards the downside this morning, with strong sell on 3 time frames, on the short time frames, and a buy on the daily. Copper undecided. Crude oil WTI, sell and strong sell 5 minutes and 15 minutes. The daily remains a strong buy. Brent oil, the same, very undecided short term. The daily still remains a strong buy. And US wheat, guys, US wheat, look at the bottom of the chart. Strong buy on 3 time frames, and the daily still remains a buy. So the same US wheat which was dropping slightly yesterday, guys, we see it now continuing the uptrend with 3 strong buy positions. Right. One more look at the European indices, guys. Then a quick look at the economic calendar. And then we're coming back live with Show Me the Money, the talk show that rewards you for learning and answering correctly to no more than 5 questions about Forex trading and online trading. FTSE 100, a strong sell on a 5-minute chart, negative opening as things stand right now, with a strong buy hourly and strong buy daily. CAC 40 in France, strong sell on a 5-minute chart, 15 minutes indicate a sell, hourly and daily remain a strong buy. And the DAX futures, guys, again, negative opening for the DAX futures. We're looking at strong sell 5 minutes and 15 minutes, sell on an hourly chart, and the daily still remains a strong buy. Mixed signals this morning. Mixed signals, a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening, and traders just don't know where to park their cash. Most probably they're going to choose to park their cash like they did in the last couple of weeks in cryptocurrencies, which are decentralized. Let's see, will Bitcoin reach the $17,000 mark? Remember, guys, I have a phone call to make if that happens this week. And if Bitcoin reaches the all-time high, the 20,000 once again, I have another phone call to make. So, quick look at the economic calendar, guys. Let's see what is happening. We had quite a few announcements. After midnight last night, we had a few announcements on the Aussie dollar and one on the Kiwi dollar. A more like press conference, and Royal Bank of Australia had its meeting minutes. Okay, that was it. Then we had some positions being released by investing.com. Yeah, on a lot of currencies. And nothing really goes on today till 3 o'clock when we're going to have an ECB press conference. Okay, probably that's why the euro is so skittish this morning. We're going to have a press conference at 3 o'clock. Nothing is happening till then. 15 minutes after 3 o'clock, we're going to have housing starts on the Canadian dollar. And at 3:30 GMT plus 2, guys, core retail sales, export and import price index on the US dollar, as well as retail sales. Very, very interesting. We're going to see some volatility, some movement on the US dollar closer to that time or shortly after that, depending on how the results come out. Now, on the CAD, foreign securities purchases, again, to be announced at 3:30, as well as wholesales expected to come out 0.4% higher than the previous. And then we're going to continue with industrial production on the US dollar 15 minutes after, prior to the US markets opening. Okay, and then later on in the evening, guys, 7 o'clock GMT plus 2, FOMC press conference. Okay, we're going to have 3 people from the FOMC speaking. At 2100 hours, Bank of Canada will have a press conference, followed by another press conference of FOMC and the API weekly crude oil stock. Yeah, let's remember, every Wednesday we have the crude oil inventories, guys. They measure how much oil America has in storage, how much oil America has burned in the previous week. Very important to know that, as that affects crude oil prices. Right, this was it from my side today, guys. I see still we don't have a lot of people registering to win a prize. None of these boxes is empty, guys. Every single one of them has a prize inside. You can win an iPad. You can win a one-on-one training session with a reputable market analyst from London. You can win a live trading account. Yeah, already funded trading account. You can win many things. All you have to do is join us at 10:30 GMT plus 2, Tuesday and Wednesday. Big giveaways. Answer 5 simple questions about Forex trading and choose one of the boxes. And your gift will be shipped to you by mail. Yeah, in 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, considering what's going on around Europe, with lockdown measures, everything will take a bit longer. Yeah, there are terms and conditions to that. First of all, you need to show a bit of commitment, that you're committed to learn, that you're committed to understand the financial markets by opening a demo account with a brokerage that provides the prizes. That's it. No other requirements, guys. Open a demo account, show a bit of commitment to learn, and we will reward you. And on top of that, you have to answer 5 easy questions about Forex trading to show us you're ready to start your journey on the demo account and learn how things work. As easy as that. And then you can choose a box, choose the prize, and the prize will be shipped to you. Very, very easy. Right. I'm going to have another go tomorrow morning, guys. Join me tomorrow morning, same time, same place. We're going to have the European markets opening together. And then, if I have enough people willing to win an iPad, willing to win a live trading account, or willing to win a one-on-one training session with a famous analyst from London, we will continue with Show Me the Money, where learning is rewarded. Join me at 4:30 in the afternoon, guys, for the US markets open. Let's see what happened today with the markets. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money. Have a great day, guys.